Live
May the
long and
Force be with
prosper.
you.
Wait, no, we're not doing that one. We're doing Star Trek one, remember?
Bollocks.
Specifically, we're going to talk about Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2.
Right, yes.
So, a quick summary. Episode 1 is the continuation of the Season 2 finale, which I'm sure, like us, many of you had forgotten the details of because it had been so many years. But we see Pike on the rescue mission for the kidnapped colonists and his away team, and Nurse Chapel and Spock are attempting to find a cure for the now Gorn-infected Captain Patel. Episode 2 was much more silly, and it was a Trelane and Q centered episode, which we'll get into our problems with that later in this video. So, immortal being shenanigans the entire time.
Don't forget to tell them there will be spoilers.
Right, there will be spoilers. We do not leave out any details, partly because when we have complaints, it's very hard to articulate just what exactly we are complaining about when you leave out crucial details.
It is also just easier.
Also that. Episode 1 wasn't actually that bad for Strange New Worlds. I think they are at their best when they do more serious episodes.
They were super serial.
When they get silly and campy, I think they completely miss the mark, especially as a Star Trek show. And outside the dumb relationship drama they keep putting Spock in with Nurse Chapel, them working together on a cure for Captain Patel was good. I liked that entire plot line, except for the dumb emotional relationship drama. Then we also had Captain Pike making some tough captain's choices, which that was good. I did enjoy that. And Anson Mount's Pike is one of the better things about this show.
Also, his hair is fabulous. It defies gravity.
Yes, that is also very true. So overall, for episode 1, with, I think, the decently done job of the rescue mission and stopping the Gorn invasion with triggering a hibernation cycle, and the out-of-the-box solution to saving Captain Patel with Una's Illyrian blood, and the very minimal relationship drama, this episode would probably get a 7 or 7.5 from me.
I'd give it 7 out of 10 chicky nuggies. And no more.
Now, episode 2. Episode 2 is a prime example of the problems with Strange New Worlds and modern Trek in general. They continue to alter the established canon. They've changed so many things through seasons 1 and 2, and they continue to do it in season 3. Trelane is a character from the original series, so he's a character that we are supposed to meet when Kirk is captain, not Pike. And then you had Q as the parental entity, or the voice of Q, which on its own was fine. It was just fan servicey. Q on his own did not contradict anything in canon because he didn't come right out and say, "Oh, I am Q of the Q continuum." He was just the voice. But because we had Trelane, and it was the exact same story setup as the original series, that's where the problem comes in. And it is, once again, changing the original series timeline.
They need to just admit they are an alternate timeline already.
Yes, they really do, because I know I, for one, would be a lot less upset with this show if they were just honest that they are an alternate timeline. They are not the prime timeline. They are not the original series timeline, because they have changed way too much for it to be the same timeline. Not to mention every change that Discovery has made to the canon, which unfortunately has to be acknowledged because Strange New Worlds is directly connected to Discovery.
I thought we weren't supposed to say the D word.
Unfortunately, when it comes to discussing new Trek, it will have to occasionally come up.
Bollocks.
I know. Back to episode 2 in particular. So, we have the changes to the canon timeline, once again. And then we have the entire plot revolving around the relationship drama between Spock and Nurse Chapel, which is another point of contention that I have with this show. The way that Strange New Worlds and New Trek in general just writes Spock is like nails on a chalkboard. It is horrific what they've done to his character.
It is like bad pickles on a sandwich. Ruins the experience.
Yes. Now, also no shade to Ethan Peck, because I do think his acting is fine. It's great. I don't hate the acting for Spock, but the writing and the creative team behind these stories, now we have some beef with them. Spock was never this emotional CW character that Strange New Worlds is making him out to be. He's like one of the main characters in a CW love triangle, and it drives me nuts. That is antithetical to Spock's entire character. And Spock as a character, in particular, before he's serving with Kirk, before he befriends Kirk, is not this emotional CW love triangle character. He is the epitome of a perfect Vulcan. He suppresses his emotions. He is very logical. He's not naive. He is not this dating machine. None of these things are Spock's character. He is a child of two worlds, and he grew up on Vulcan. So he was being the best Vulcan that he could be, and he should not be unaware of human emotion and human behavior. He has a human mother. He's served with humans. He is not as naive as Strange New Worlds makes him out to be. Also, quick side tangent that this whole relationship with Chapel is also another canon-altering event because he never had relationships in the original series. He turned down Chapel or rejected her advances. It was pretty clear about that. He never even saw T'Pring since childhood, so they changed that as well. Just Spock is not this dating machine. Okay, Strange New Worlds, he's not. Right, okay, back to the kind of dumb plot I don't like about this episode, which is that Spock is sad because Nurse Chapel came back from her 3-month internship thingy with Roger Corby. They are dating now. So Spock is sad and jealous. And he's at the bar later. Sad and jealous. And for some reason, Trelane is here on the Enterprise and not on his homeworld. And he takes pity on Spock and goes, you know what, I don't like that guy either. So he alters everyone's memory on the Enterprise. They all think Spock and Chapel are about to get married. Instead of the celebration they were going to have, they're going to have a wedding. The only one not affected is Roger Corby. Why? Probably because Trelane doesn't like him. I don't know there was any other reason why he wasn't affected. I don't remember if the episode said, but my implication at the end was, because Trelane just doesn't like you, so he wanted you to see your woman marrying her ex because he didn't like you. But anyway, so Corby does accidentally free Spock from the delusion. He makes Spock so angry because Spock is, of course, a CW love triangle character and not a proper Vulcan that he punches him. And after he punches him, the adrenaline or strong emotional outburst freed him from the delusion. And so they try to work together to free everyone else. Doesn't work. Eventually they decide, emotional outburst must be the key. So Spock does give an emotional speech when they're at the altar because they had to follow through with the thing because Trelane was like, if you don't follow through with my shenanigans, I'm going to kill everybody. So of course they did. And Spock gave an emotional little speech and it snapped Chapel out of it because it was probably Corby's speech to her and, her love for him snapped her out of it, whatever, fine. And then Q comes in to save the day. Well, he's a ball of light, but it's Q's voice. It's Q. Q comes in, takes his 8,000-year-old child, and undoes what he did. Now, I did think turning Corby into a dog was kind of adorable. The dog was adorable. That was cute. That was fine. But everything else was not fine. Spock was petty. Spock was emotional. He was everything Spock isn't, and that's at the core of what's wrong with this episode, aside from all the canon-altering events that take place.
Mandad coming in with facts.
Thanks, kid. So this episode was obviously trying to be campy and lighthearted and a kind of fan servicey thing, and I really think it missed the mark, especially because it focuses on Spock's relationship drama that he shouldn't have in the first place. So this one probably gets a 3 out of 10 for me. The only redeeming qualities are the usual visual effects because they are beautiful. It is a beautifully done show. And I do love the actor they got for Trelane. He's just good. You can't go wrong with him.
And Pike's hair.
Right, and Pike's hair.
I give it a 2.5 out of 10. They could have done a Q-style episode without using Q or Trelane explicitly. Changed it so it didn't copy the original series episode and was something original to Pike's era. Plus silly relationship drama and not enough snacks.
And that was our review for Season 3, Episodes 1 and 2 of Strange New Worlds. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, like, comment, follow, do all the things. And remember, folks, okay, we're gonna do the thing again, but remember, Star Trek this time.
Right.
Live long and prosper.